everybody. We're back again and we're going to take a look at one more Record Store Day album that came out, and this one was super popular and kind of hard to get your hands on, even though it had a few more pressings than the Cure that we covered. So this is the Foo Fighters album that came out, and it is called Hail Satin, which is an awesome title, by the way, and it is a play off of the kind of disco vibe that was going on in the 80s or early 80s. And as you can see, they're going by the name DGs, which, if you didn't catch it, is the initials of Dave Grohl. So that's where that came from. And of course, they're doing this for the Bee Gees, which is really cool. Look at this iridescent cover, which is really awesome to look at. Pretty exciting. Great graphic. So I'm a sucker for graphic design on albums versus kind of a lazy photograph. The Avett Brothers are another good example of doing really nice graphics. This one is pretty exciting. On the back, you've got the same iridescent look, but this one says Foo Fighters. There's not any other information, but what's going on here is that one side is Bee Gees covers, which is what they're doing for the concept, and the other side are some live cuts from their current album that is out right now. So pretty exciting cover that they've got going on there. Inserts. They've got a nice insert with this poster, which is really cool. Makes me wish I was 15 again so I could hang it on my wall. Everybody's excited in this picture except for Pat Smear, who seems to not be excited in the videos either. Again, if you look at YouTube, that is the place to go because the pandemic, they shot all these great videos of them playing Bee Gees covers, and that's where this came from. So you've got your list of songs for the DGs on one side, and then the Foo Fighters on the other. Again, those are the live cuts. And of course, they give credit to the Gibbs and so forth that wrote those songs. The album itself is just a standard black, and it's got a great DGs graphic right in the middle there. That's really slick. And then the other side has the Foo Fighters on it. So this has really got great weight. It feels good in your hands again. It's pretty quiet. I didn't have any issues with the pressing at all. I will say though, especially on the DG side of the album, it sounds a little bit muddled or not very dynamic. And I played with it a little bit to see if it was settings on possibly my setup. So it still might be that, but what I felt was it just didn't have a lot of dynamic range in it, basically. Comparing it to the Spotify release that they put out right after that, they do sound a little better on Spotify, but again, I'm going to listen to it some more and see if that's what's going on. If you have that problem, be sure to comment there or say, hey, I'm crazy. On the Foo Fighters side, the live cuts actually sound great. They sound really solid, some great range and on that front, which actually made me think the other side probably did have a little bit of a muddled sound to it. Again, if you have this album, you are a lucky few, one of the lucky few, because people were getting out of line because they couldn't get it when I stopped at my first stop on Record Store Day, but I was able to pick it up at Hog Wild Records, so shout out to them. I was able to snag this one. I'm really excited and glad I was able to, because again, it wasn't that easy to find. So tell me what you think, and thanks for watching. Cheers.